Hi, I'm Anna with Ahlam Academy in Houston, Texas. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the unweighted hip lift and hip drop. Let's begin by discussing the proper posturing for the unweighted hip lift and hip drop. I really cannot stress enough how important the posturing for this move is, both for your aesthetics, like how the move actually looks, as well as for your safety. So as I talk about this, really take care to do exactly what I'm asking you to do, because it's going to make the move look so much better and also feel so much better on your body. So we're going to start first with our weight on the left foot. We're going to call this our back foot for now, okay? That back foot is turned out slightly at an angle, but comfortable in my hip, okay? You don't want to turn your foot out so far that when you turn your body, you're going to feel pressure in the hip and in the knee. You want it to be at an angle that feels comfortable, okay? On that back leg, you're going to want to sink, okay, your body straight down, pulling the weight straight down to the earth. And you want to maintain this position as you work through the movement. As we go along, or as you practice, take care that you don't extend the knee as you do this. The other leg, the right leg, my right toe is going to be placed directly in front of my left heel. You don't want to set yourself up here where the foot is kind of over here to the side, or maybe crossing in front of the other foot or knee. You want to keep it in front of that back foot's heel. Again, we're in that seated position, that sunk down position, maintaining good posture in the torso, a little bit of activation in the tummy to keep our back straight, chest lifted up. So this is the proper posture for both the unweighted hip lift and hip drop, okay? So as we go along and you get a tighter shot of this movement, be sure that you're maintaining this position in the legs and in the feet. So the movement, the unweighted hip lift, as we draw up from the side of the waist, okay, you're going to see that the hip will lift up, yeah? As you release through the oblique, through the side of your waist, the hip naturally drops. So here, as I draw up, it lifts. As I release, it drops down. Lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop. Still maintaining that softness in the back knee as I lift and drop the front hip, okay? So this is the very basic of the hip lift and drop. There's so many variations that you can do with this move. You can make it very tight and technical. You can make it very loose and bouncy. You can twist it. You can do many different things to it. But as you begin, really feel that contraction and release on the side of the body. So some things to watch out for. When you're first beginning to do the hip lift and drop, you may feel like you wish to activate more through the belly. So there's this kind of odd twist and lifting that happens in the hip. But I want you to think about, as you're doing this particular lift or drop, that you're going to feel the movement more in the side of the waist and the side here of your back, okay? If you feel like you're squeezing here, you're going to get the wrong look to the movement. So make sure that you're feeling it coming from the side and from over here at the side of your back rather than here, or you're going to get this odd type of a thing here. Something else to look out for is bending in the back, okay? Classical Egyptian dancers and even dancers of today who are trying to get that more vintage look, you're going to see them doing those almost as if they're doing it in a back bend. But here I want you to be careful, because what they're actually doing isn't a back bend. They're bending through the legs, and this is a completely different movement than what I'm showing you. So as you go through this video, I want you to purposefully keep your ribs lifted and keep your posture straighter rather than trying to gain that classic look, okay? Because I'll do that in a different video and I'll explain it how to do that safely. But for now, just practice it with straight lifted posture rather than trying to do this, because I don't want you to hurt yourself, and you actually could hurt yourself if you're doing this move and trying to produce a back bend in the wrong way, okay? So here, stay lifted, don't bend back. One other thing that I often see from newer dancers is they have a lot of difficulty really keeping their weight on the back leg and keeping that back knee soft. So either they will straighten their leg, and what that does in the body is prevent your hips from returning to normal or from looking as they should as you're doing the movement. Let me demonstrate, okay? So here is doing it the correct way, keeping the weight on the back leg and keeping the knee soft and sitting on that back foot. I'm able to produce it, and everything looks like it's in alignment. Everything looks normal here, okay? But if I were to straighten the leg and I try to do the same thing, it looks cattywampus. It doesn't look correct, okay? So if you're feeling that there's a lot of tension around here, and then what you're seeing in the mirror is that it's looking awkward, double check that you're sinking on that back leg and that you're keeping your weight there with the knee soft. Also, shifting the weight onto the front foot as you're trying to produce the movement, okay? Again, you want to keep that weight on the back leg, because if you shift forward, again, it's going to cause it to look strange, okay? So keep it back there. In fact, ideally, you know you're in the right place if you're able to actually lift the front foot and lift and drop the hip, maintaining your balance and everything on that back leg. So that's a good test to know if you are indeed keeping your weight back there. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe and like and share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.